Uh, Not good, guys. Not good. Not good at all. This is the Inter. This is one of the worst Inter performances. This is one of the worst Inter performances I remember under Inzaghi. Maybe might be the worst ever Inter performance under Inzaghi. 3-1. 3-1 away to Lazio, man. What is with these guys, Lazio, man? What is it with these Lazio guys against Inter at home? At the Olimpico. There's just something with they're all new bogey team away at the Olimpico. It's confirmed today. I talked about it in the preview, but that was like the last couple of years. But this is they're 100%. They're turning to like peak Sarri ball. Like what the hell was that? And Inter today was just shocking, absolutely shocking. I think, yeah. Emil wraps it up very, very perfectly. And yeah, Mark, it's gonna be a long year. This is the type of Inter performance that we don't want to see, and we're always questioning like why do we do this to ourselves? Like, is it even worth it when you watch the team play like that? I don't even know if there's any positives to take from today. There's 72 of you people in here. I appreciate you all, but I don't really know how to really talk about this match in any positive light. Like all I want to do is just scream and swear and like, oh, what was that? That was nowhere near as good. I mean, if you guys watched my preview, I wasn't confident going in, but I still predicted a 2-1 victory. But this is nowhere near good enough. Just not good enough, guys. Not good enough. Not good enough. Not good enough. Not good enough. And then today, I mean, Handanovic, there's no even point. What are you going to blame Handanovic for? No, it's just they could have actually that could have been worse than 3-1. I mean, the amount of 1v1 chances or really good opportunities they had compared to ours, I think I think 3-1 in the end was kind of a they'll probably feel hard done by that score line. It's all on Inzaghi, his starters and subs. Mattia, it can never all be on the coach. It can never be all on the coach, but definitely Inzaghi today has to take the majority of the blame in terms of his starters, yeah, we know, and his subs as well. But it can never be fully on the coach in terms of the players are the ones out there. The players are the ones that flop. We can get into who the flops of the match were. There's many. There's probably the list of flops of the match today is long, but the one that stands out is Big Rom. Lukaku. Brikaku was definitely back today. Oh shit! Here we go again. Here we go again. 100%. 100%. Yeah, well, I don't know. He's not the one with no excuses, bro. The one with no excuses is sitting over in Turin, the guy who hasn't need to sell players and they buy him Pogba, Di Maria, Bremer, keep all the best players. Like that's the guy over there who gets he's the one with no excuses. The guy who gets his players sold every summer or has to think about his good players getting sold and has to think about the likes of a Cherby coming in as reinforcements. He's not the one with no excuses, but we definitely need to be challenging until the end for the Scudetto. There's no excuse there. Oh, and yeah, the Gagliardini thing is just like we talked about it in the preview. Like, okay, it kind of works, and today, I don't want to see like the Gagliardini thing is easy to take. He's always the scapegoat when things go wrong as well, Gagliardini. But why did he stay on that long? And why are we going into? I don't know why this game specifically is the one where Inzaghi. No other game against Liverpool he doesn't do it. Against Real Madrid he doesn't do it. He feels like he needs to change something about Inter just to counter SMS, just to counter Milinkovic-Savic. And it did work in the first half. It did kind of work, like as usual. Off the ball, defensively, it worked in terms of Gagliardini in the air. Physically, he was beating Milinkovic. He was, getting away with little fouls, and he was frustrating Milinkovic, Savic. But then every time we attacked, we were basically one player less because every time Gagliardini touched the ball near their box or in an attacking phase, we lost the ball. So it was, it was good defensively for a bit, but then we waited way too long in the second half to make that change. Way too long. Oh man, Filippo in the house. Time for Inzaghi to take responsibility. Yeah, definitely. He needs to. I'm interested to see what his post-match press conference is today. He needs to take responsibility from today. Learn the lesson. Need to change what needs to be changed. But yeah, I mean, it was miserable all around, man. It was miserable all around. It was miserable all around. Well, I wouldn't know. I don't know why people still talk about preseason. Preseason's done now, guys. There's nothing to do with preseason. You shouldn't even look at preseason. Yeah, Bobby Gagstein over Hakan. Why oh why? I mean, as I said, like we saw it. We saw the benefits of Gagliardini in the first half, but honestly, I really don't understand why he stayed on for so long. He did a good job, and then yeah, he's just not good enough. He's just not good enough. It's not even his fault. Yeah, that's why it's on Inzaghi, because he's just not good enough, Gagliardini, in terms of going forward. One more year of Jerry banter. Yeah, no Correa goal today, and yeah, no joy for us once again. Why did we sign Aslani and Belanova if Inzaghi isn't going to use them exactly? Benjamin, exactly. That's the fear I had in general when we signed them. Inzaghi's track record isn't really good with breeding young players. But today is probably I don't really see where Aslani could have played in terms of, you can't bring on Aslani in the Hakan in that left centre mid position, because someone, either Hakan or Gagliardini, had to be playing there, because Aslani just hasn't got the physicality to cope with Milinkovic. So yeah, it is what it is. Keston, I think you forgot that we lost 3-1 or 2-1 to Lazio away at the Olimpico under Conte as well. So yeah, but of course we always the thing is we forget, but we used to moan about Conte substitutions, and it's always the same thing. We always, when it doesn't work, of course it's on the coach and his substitution. Always. Sarribo masterclass, Ilias. I don't know about masterclass, but yeah, they definitely outclassed us 100%. And yeah, Ahmad Inzaghi 100% got every decision wrong today. Every decision wrong. Yeah, I can't think of. I mean, of course, I think even like taking Dumfries off, that was like Dumfries. He didn't have a great first half, but he was having a good second half. And I don't know why he took off. And then Darmian came on and had a bit of a stinker today. Matty Doms, disappointed with Matty Doms. He probably I mean, it should have been a penalty, but then they scored off that one anyway. I don't know why people like play the. I know everyone wants Onana to start, but I don't see what the Handanovic fault was today. Maybe the Pedro one where he didn't move again, the laser eyes, but I don't see what the blame here is today on Handanovic. Oh, Tommy, I think there's 147 people here, and I think every single one of them feels your pain right now and feels exactly what you're saying. Inter just can't win at the Olimpico. Yeah, against Lazio, against Roma, we can. It's weird. Against Roma, we can win at the Olimpico, but then against Lazio, there's something. Oh man, I just don't understand. And like, I hope someone who's like into more tactics and stuff can explain to me how we get outclassed by Sarri's 4-3-3 every time. Like, I don't really understand. I just don't understand where are the overloads that they are getting? Where are they getting all this joy from? I don't really understand. Yeah, Eduardo, we don't really want to do this, but we gotta do this. That's just that's the fun of being an Inter fan, and the fun of me doing this channel, that I have to do this even in these times when I really don't want to be right here with you guys right now. But it will help me sleep better, getting this out now, getting this frustration out. Yeah, no, I don't blame you now if today there's doubt coming into Inzaghi, because today he really, yeah, this wasn't good at all today. This wasn't good at all today. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you if you've got doubts on Inzaghi. For me, there's still no doubts. There's still, we got a long season, guys, up ahead of us. Long season, guys. We've got plenty of time to make up for this. But then the problem is, guys, Serie A is so competitive this year, like it was last season. The margin for error is this big. we could already potentially be behind Milan. After this weekend against Bologna, I really have no faith in Bologna doing a job, and you're already chasing, and the margin for error. I think the Scudetto race could again go down to the wires, to very little, mistakes, very small details, 1 or 2 points once again, and at the end of the season we might be eating our hands because of this loss against Lazio. And yeah, we started off really well. We started off really, really well. We started off really, really well, like we did against Lecce, like we did against Spezia, but we just don't seem to be able to just take advantage of that, superiority. Like we were kicking their ass for the first 15, 20 minutes, but it came to nothing. It came to nothing, and then we just kind of let them come back into the match. Our pressing was good. Our pressure in general, we were pressing and shooting on goal again and again, but nothing came of it. And then every time they attacked, they were very dangerous. Every time they attacked, it was very dangerous. Given the players, which I should consider shifting away from 3-5-2, maybe 4-3-1-2. That's Twitter's favorite formation, the 4-4-2 diamond, 4-3-1-2. It's no one apart from I think Empoli plays that formation, bro. Like no one plays the 4-3-1-2 formation anymore these days. It's a FIFA formation, but I know what you mean in terms of especially when you have Di Marco, who's not a centre back but not even a wing back. It suits him, but I don't really see who else it suits in terms of that formation, because I don't see Hakan being a proper number 10 either. Yeah, I don't really see the 4-3-1-2 being particularly suited to us at the moment. Hamdo said Mani Nom is not happy with Inzaghi, the damn subs. I agree with you. Again, I don't really know why people are blaming Handanovic today. Like they were in on our goal again and again. And yeah, today the attitude, Future Hendricks, the attitude, not even just Brozovic, who did have a stinker, as Moby said. Like he started off really well, like the team, like he had some couple of switches of play at the beginning. They were like, boom, beautiful. But then in general, he's had a difficult beginning of the season, like even against Lecce. Of course, he was coming back from injury, but against Spezia as well, he wasn't one of the standout players either. But today, a lot of the players, like lots of moaning, lots of that harmony, that unity I thought we were going to see on the pitch today. We didn't see it. Like, we always know Bradley and Brozovic are always moaning, but, De Vrij and Skriniar at each other. Like Lautaro and Lukaku today, zero chemistry, zero understanding between them. It was like watching Dzeko Lautaro from last season. Zero partnership. Really, really underperformance by everyone today. Alan, thank you for coming through. Lecce plus entire season was... I don't know why people keep blaming... I don't want to hear about this preseason, guys. I don't understand why this year I'm hearing about preseason more than I've ever had in my life before. Like, I don't care about preseason. Like, preseason's useless to me. That's like they're putting fuel into their legs. But yeah, Lecce game was definitely not great. But today was definitely the worst performance out of all of them, because we... at the end we had 19 shots, 7 on target. They had 11 shots, 7 on target, and so we were. And I'm guessing, like, let's see, we're gonna get the XG. FOTMob, I think, does XG, doesn't it? Let me see what the XG was today for the last, because I bet their XG was superior to ours quite considerably. Let's have a look. Where is it? Let me share my screen. Wait. Oh damn! Well, I don't know. If someone else can give me the XG, because this doesn't make sense to me. 1.03 XG for Lazio according to FOTMob, and 1.5 for Inter. So if someone could explain to me, or if someone can give me a different one, because I'm not trusting this FOTMob one, to be honest. Gag startings means, but it's again, like even Conte used to do this, and I don't understand. Like, once again, like it works to a certain extent, but now it's like we've got a track record of saying that Gagliardini starts and we don't win at the Olimpico, so there's no need to do it. There's no need to do it. But yeah, I don't want to see this kind of like, there's no point singling out Gagliardini for this performance because it's definitely not his fault. But what is Inzaghi's fault for making him play 80 minutes, as Aaron Wynn says. Drop the mic and end the stream. Hey man, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do this. Unfortunately, bloody hell. And yeah, 100%. The Denzel one is the one that I think the substitution that really annoyed me because he was the one that was really kind of, pushing the agenda with energy, with anger, with grinta, and yeah, it's just that one was confusing to me because he didn't look tired either. Like he could have just kept him on. If he wanted to bring, he could have just brought Gosens on. Oh man, yeah, the wing back problem at the moment is starting to show. And we've got a new channel member. I don't know why you felt generous enough or nice enough to join, but thank you, Uche Akahome, for joining the channel membership. But I appreciate you a lot. But even this doesn't really quite cheer me up at the moment. Even this doesn't quite cheer me up. No, Sharman Zaghi will not learn. It's going to be the same thing over and over. Also, we need a midfielder because we still have not replaced Sense. If we get 2 injuries, our midfield's in trouble. Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. People are saying this guy has no excuses to win the Scudetto, guys. We're one Hakan injury away from playing Gagliardini, Aslani, Mkhitaryan. Like this. It is what it is. Like this is not a super team that we're fielding out here. Yeah, Daniel, I 100% hope that we learn from this loss. It's just they need a kick up their ass. They need a kick up their ass. And yeah, Lukaku today was stinky. Let's get into the match analysis, guys. Yeah, Inzaghi fearing the other team. That's the thing that confuses me. He doesn't usually. That's the one thing with Inzaghi. He doesn't really tailor the game to the opposing team since he's been at Inter. But today against Lazio, he seems to do it. So this is not like a ongoing problem with Inzaghi. This is quite like a new thing. Now I feel bad about including this one. So guess who was watching our performance today? Unfortunately, who was watching our performance today? Ivan Perisic. And I said to you guys, after like match day 4 or 5, I don't really want to see it. But today, we can all be sad about missing Perisic today because definitely we'd miss Perisic today. He was watching us, and I'm sure he was probably deep down, laughing in his head about, these guys are missing me. These guys didn't want to give me the contract I wanted. And yeah, this is the result. I hope he didn't watch the whole match. I hope he didn't watch the whole match for sure. Yeah, man, come on, guys. Don't be pissed at me. Be pissed at Inter, but don't be pissed at me. At least leave me a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Benjamin, for reminding the people. Don't be angry at me, guys. I'm not the one who caused this. Yeah, thank you, Eduardo, as well. Don't be mad at me, guys. And yeah, Indra, I guess you'd rather do this now, get this out of the way now. Like, remember, under Conte, in the Scudetto winning season, guys, and I'm not just saying this for, the purpose of it, just because I'm trying to be positive, but it is what it is. Like, we actually, the Scudetto winning season, we started really badly. Remember, Conte was trying to play the 3-4-1-2. We were trying to play a high line. We had Kolarov at the beginning of that season. We were struggling. We were defensively. We were just conceding too many goals. And then we managed to turn things around. But, that was on the Conte. But I'm just saying, it's better to get these rustiness or these bad performances out of the way now, rather than later on in the season. The pitch, yeah, as we said, Lukaku was stinky today. This was Brikaku today. Man, this guy, highest paid player in Serie A now because De Ligt has left. De Ligt has left Serie A. He was the highest paid player. And I know these things shouldn't really matter, but to me, like on a symbolic level, now you've come in as a star player of Serie A. You are the big guy, the 150 million guy. We've moved heaven and earth to try get this guy back on loan. I wanted him back. And I'm expecting some of these performances. I was expecting some of these performances, but today, this was especially bad by Big Rom. Not good enough at all. And this was against Romagnoli. We previewed. We were bantering Romagnoli versus Lukaku. This is the easy money battle for Lukaku. He has him day and night. He's eaten him alive in the past when he was at Milan. But today, and I was saying this, don't underestimate Romagnoli. In the preview, people were like playing Romagnoli off. I was like, this guy's probably wants to prove a point too, right? And yeah, Lukaku really, I think Lukaku had a good start like the rest of the team the first 10-15 minutes, but after that, really not good enough. There was just one decent run he made on the counter attack to alleviate pressure for us, and that's it. That's all really he gave us today. Nothing else. And he was my captain for my fantasy team, so it hurts even more because he had a really stinky performance. Marco Talks Football, my guy, coming through. Make sure you guys check out his channel with the donation. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, we'll talk about that Alberto goal in a moment. I've got the screenshot for it, but yeah, it was pure class. It did have a deflection, though. It did have a deflection from Barella, but yeah, Inter was sloppy. That's 100%, no denying of that. Inter were very sloppy, but thank you very much, Michael, for coming through, supporting the channel. Bobby Gags is the man of the match. Definitely no. Besisa, you've got... Oh, okay. I don't really understand that because Immobile had a very good chances, a couple of good chances, which we're going to get into. So I don't really understand how the XG is like that, to be honest. Like this one early on, 15th minute. This is when the tide started to turn in the game. Really, they created this chance, and this one's just went past the post. This would have beaten Andanovic because he dived for this one and he still wouldn't have got this one. So yeah, like this one to me, I guess maybe in XG terms it's not a high XG chance, and maybe we had headers in the box that probably higher XG maybe, but to me these were much better chances than what Inter had, because especially on Immobile's for these are really good chances. Yeah, this was the sign of the bad things to come. Like we were allowing lots of chances like these to Lazio, and then there was this one moment where Lautaro just felt like he wanted to shoot from the halfway line. Like I don't understand what, like he was pretty bad in the first half. Lautaro, he picked it up in the second half, but yeah, he definitely we've talked about it. I mean, we counter-attacking now that we've got Lukaku in theory, and we have Dumfries and someone like Gosens as well. We should be able to kind of be able to play a little bit more on the counter-attack. But yeah, it seems like I don't know if it's us, if this is what Inzaghi wants, or it's just Lazio decided to sit a bit deeper today, but we definitely didn't do that today. And I do want to see that happening more. I do want to see Inter being able to sit a little bit more and being able to counterattack. Because I think that's the only way this team can be solid at the back and be lethal up front. And then again, this was another one. This was maybe a foul on Di Marco. But again, look at this is a very high. This should be, to me, is a very high XG chance, because this is pretty much a one-on-one, because Skriniar is late to close down there, and Immobile hits at the nip or straight at Handanovic there. So yeah, Lazio created a few of these opportunities, to be honest. We lack creativity. No one is acknowledging this. No, we're acknowledging this, bro. We've got a midfield of Barella, Hakan, Brozovic. Like, none of them are like, super creative guys. But at the end of the season, Barella last season had double digits assists. Hakan had 7-8 assists as well. Like, it's this is the team. If you mean by creativity in terms of no one taking on players 1v1, that's definitely that's been our problem for like 3 or 4 years, not just now. But it's definitely acknowledged. It depends what type of creativity you mean. We're the highest scoring team in Italy for the past 2 seasons, and we probably will be once again this year, but will it amount to anything? I don't know. Yeah, let's get into the first goal. 100%. This was Dimarco's fault. Dimarco and Bastoni both no communication there. Lazy from Dimarco. They're lazy from Dimarco. He was walking back, and then who was it? The two guys. Of course, we talked about them in the preview. Those two guys, Milinkovic Savic, Luis Alberto, Felipe Anderson, Inter killers. Like over the years, these two guys, I don't know what happens to them against Inter, but they just turn into the best versions of themselves. And yeah, once again, Milinkovic Savic, beautiful ball into Felipe Anderson, but just not good enough from Dimarco there. And this is the thing. This is why I wanted Gosens to start this game, because defensively, Gosens is better, and physically there, like Gosens could have actually, tackled, or in terms of challenge for that header, and he's just more switched on defensively. Dimarco, we know that's one of his weaknesses. Dimarco, defensively, he's just not quite it, and of course, physically, he can't challenge for these types of headers anyway. So yeah, not good enough, and 100% Dimarco's fault there. And then I don't know what Handanovic really could have done on that one. I don't know if you can blame Handanovic on that one. So yeah, Lukaku was more anonymous than the hackers who called themselves anonymous tonight. Yeah, 100%. Daniel, he was very anonymous. Big up, bro. Almighty Blues FC in the house. Well, Pedro scored the winner. The guy could still play for Chelsea. Lazio finishing better. Yeah, 100%. Lazio's finishing was much better. This game summarizes our chances to qualify to the quarterfinals, to the last eight of Champions League. I guess if that's anything to go by, yeah, we're gonna get smashed in the Champions League if we play like that. As much as I like Dumfries, especially in the first half, he was very frustrating today. In the first half, he slowed down the attack. He kept going backwards. He wasn't taking the cross first time. As exactly as Uche is saying, taking too long to cross. Like, so there was a few counterattacks or moments that Dumfries ruined. But in the second half, he picked it up. So I can't really criticize Dumfries too much, because he assisted our goal as well. Here in the second half, Dumfries assisted. Of course, it was a bit lucky. He just kind of just won the header. But Lautaro, very reactive and able to just sneak in, little toe poke, and get the goal. Which I thought everything was kind of headed for a draw, but in the end, it wasn't to be. And I would have taken the draw, especially how we played today and how Lazio played today. I would have been happy with a draw, because in these games, you just have to take the draw and just go home with the 1 point, and regroup. And now we just licking your wounds of a 0 points. Yeah, thank you, Almighty Blues, as well. Appreciate your definitely not easy to take all these screenshots in parallel, because it takes a lot of effort to do it. Lazio was way back, and they were part in the game where Handa had the ball and no one's pressuring him. Lazio definitely invited pressure. Definitely invited pressure. Appreciate you, Ankit, bro. Shams, that's on Bastoni. They shouldn't be beating him. No, that's definitely. I think that's definitely on. I agree. Like, it's shared in between them two. But the ball was so good. Like, the ball from Milinkovic was so good there. It has to be on Dimarco. He has to be, because that guy's behind Dimarco. So that's Dimarco's guy. It's not Bastoni's guy. That's Dimarco's guy. 100%. You can maybe say Bastoni's positioning wasn't great, but that's 100% Dimarco's guy. But yeah, I don't know why thank you for coming through, Bokar. But I don't know why everyone's picking on the Onana having to play the next game. I don't know what difference Onana would have made this game, because I don't really see where I can blame Handanovic today. Like, I don't see why there's a lot of comments about wanting to see Onana. I think everyone's just trying to find one positive to move forward into. There's Lautaro. But also, by the way, guys, look how bad the Olimpico pitch is. Look how patchy, and like, that's the Stadio Olimpico. It's supposed to be the marquee stadium and pitch of Italy, of our capital city in Italy, and the pitch was so bad. Like, and I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm just saying that in general, just to point out how bad the how bad the pitch was. Oh yeah, this was a funny moment. I don't know if you guys remember when Gagliardini had like a nice little exchange, and then he tried to control the ball there, and he fell over. And now, I regret including this screenshot now because it feels painful just thinking about Gagliardini still being on the pitch in the 62nd minute, being a negative influence in our game. But it was funny. I did laugh, so I just chuckled, and I had to include this into the screenshots. Gagliardini can't do a pass. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't even think Gagliardini played that badly today, but he was just playing every time we were going forward. He was playing against us, and it was funny. It was like the Vecino versus Gagliardini today, the battle of the meme centre mids at Inter for the last few years. And he was okay, Vecino. I guess he was decent. I guess he was better than Gallia going forward, the Vecino for sure. But I think overall they were just both the same level as we know they kind of are. If Inter don't beat Cremonese, of course, yeah, well, of course. Oh my god, I don't even want to think about that. I don't even want to think about us not beating Cremonese. Like that has to be a big 3 points, easy 3 points against Cremonese, because otherwise we were in big trouble. He fell over the ball, of course. Inzaghi thinks he's better than Hakan. Brozovic was off today. Yeah. Everyone was off today. There was no. I wouldn't really save any player today, to be honest. But yeah, Brozovic was especially disappointing as a guy, that we rate particularly highly. SMS needs to play for Juventus. No, he does not. Omar, 100% not. And of course, you guys need to pay 60-70 million for him, at least minimum. With Gags in for Hakan, reckon Inzaghi felt he had to play Di Marco, so we had someone to whip in that balls. Yeah, that's true. That's true, because we need to kind of, but I don't think you have to, because we went years of playing. Brozovic was our set piece taker, and it's not like he's not maybe as good as Di Marco and Hakan, but I don't feel like he has to have Di Marco or Hakan on for the set pieces, because Brozovic used to take them before Hakan and Di Marco when they're in this team, and we still used to score plenty of goals from set pieces. But yeah, I can see your point as probably that was the reason why. 100%. Oh my god, yeah, imagine Radu pulls off the performance of his life. By the way, he's actually been playing good at Cremonese. I know he made a mistake against Fiorentina, which was very unfortunate, but he has actually been playing very good at Cremonese. And we know he's a talented keeper. He was just very unlucky what happened to him at Inter. Yeah, Vecino he was a surprise starter for Lazio, and he was decent. And then, yeah, this is the goal that, Michael was talking about, the cracking goal from Luis Alberto. Great goal, but it was deflected off Barella's studs. I don't know how much of a difference it made, that deflection, to be honest. But just not good enough there, the closing down. Like, look how far Barella is there from Luis Alberto. Like, that is nowhere near. He has to be much closer to close that down, or anyone else around that area. Like, look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players back there, and none of them are close to the ball. It was just not good enough. Not good enough in closing down. And there was a few opportunities like that where the thing just didn't click. No, today Lukaku definitely deserved to be subbed off. Lukaku was awful. I don't know what game you two were watching, Lord Figo and Keston. Lukaku was like the worst. Lukaku was like the worst player on the pitch today. Definitely disagree with you two on that one. Yeah, Barella had a bad game too. Yeah, I agree. No one was good today. No one was good. I don't really know who I would save, to be honest, today. The difference is big. The ball was going straight to the close corner. Maybe, yeah. I haven't really seen the replay. Oh, we got my boy Anthony. Anthony, come through if you want, bro. You know you can just come through the stream now because we're sharing the stream yard. I'm never predicting anything for this fixture away ever again. This is a permanent L every time it comes up on the calendar for me now. Absolutely gutted and need some sleep, bro. I don't blame you. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Lord Figo, Lukaku was bad, bro. I don't know what to say to you. Akash coming through. Oh my god, I feel sorry for people like Akash, who's coming from, is watching from India, and like it's probably like what, 3 o'clock in the morning there, like for Anthony in Australia, and you're having to watch this atrocity. Good reality check at the beginning of the season is all I can say. Yeah, I hope it. I hope this is what, this is that kick up the arse that these boys needed is today. That's all I hope. I hope it's not like a sign of things to come for the rest of the season. Yeah, Narzuri, I know I've said this a couple of times today. I don't understand why he subbed out Dumfries. No panic by Inzaghi. Lukaku got to earn their money by using this as a wake-up call. 100%, 100%. This is not the Lukaku we want. Midfield is dead in this game. No supply thanks to Lukaku and not creating one-on-one situation from in and defensively all over the place. Yeah, I agree with you there, Indro. You can go top of Serie A. Yeah, but if Milan win, then they have 3 out of 3. So you probably won't be if Milan win. Andanovic is watching the ball. Yeah, but this one, because of the deflection, guys, come on. Be realistic now. Be realistic now. If it got a deflection and it went into the side netting, I know that it's about, he didn't move. But this one, there's literally, you can't do anything about. He wasn't the worst player if the strikers weren't even getting in quality chances. Yeah, but he lost the ball pretty much every time he got it, Keston. He lost the ball there pretty much every time he got his touch today. He was Brikaku today. He was the player that the Premier League fans make fun of, and we like to sometimes make fun of. Like, the ball was not sticking to this guy today. So many bad touches, bullied by Romagnoli, bullied by Patrick. Just not good enough. Oh, damn.
Yo, man, I don't know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can.
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. You look pissed.
All right, sweet. So as long as you can hear me, it should be all good. Just let me try and put you in my ears, in my headphones. If I can do that, that would be great.
Yeah, bro. Just let
What about
rip.
now, man? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you very loud and clear.
Oh, sorry. Speak again.
I can hear you.
Yes, perfect. I got it sorted. I'll be really quick, man, because I'm not too sure what the internet's like outside of my house. Good morning, Vince. He's not happy also because I'm not happy. I just think, bro, like we should have looked more gritty like today. Like when we scored the goal to make it 1-1 and I saw Lautaro jumping over the barricade, I'm like, that's oddly complacent for a 52nd minute equalizer away from home. And I just thought that everybody was poor. I've been tuning into you all morning, and I like what you've been saying. Like, you can't really save anybody today. I think everybody was off. I think everybody was off after the first 25 minutes because we were gassing it up press-wise, man. We were all over the Sarismo ball in the first 25 minutes. But it's almost like as soon as we fell back a little bit, and especially when we conceded, those heads just dropped. And, like, don't get me wrong, we've got the quality to score goals. That's how we scored our goal today. That's a scrappy goal with quality in the box, ready to pounce. But apart from that moment, we really didn't look like we wanted it, apart from Denzel Dumfries getting a good look on goal about 90 seconds later. I thought everything Lukaku touched was awful. I thought Roberto Gagliardini was horrendous in every aspect. And I think just because he knows how to basically track a man in defensive midfield, we think we should be walking him into a lineup. But that's a conversation hopefully for another day. And what really irks me is that I know going to Lazio has never been easy. I know we never get the result there, but let's face it, man, if Denzel Dumfries doesn't score against the back post in Lecce, we would all be sitting here a lot more panicky than we are.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. But what do you make of this, bro? Do you think this is a wake-up call, or is it a sign of things to come? Which side are you sitting on?
With the relative strength of Serie A, this team by sheer default will challenge for the league. That is the saving grace. But unfortunately, if we're looking to have a season where we dominate and sort of piss the league the way Conte did with us, I don't think we're that side, Sharma, bro. I really don't think we are. There's something missing, man. And I dare say I do think this is what Simone Inzaghi lacks compared to a manager like Antonio Conte that is just scarier. There's no other way to describe it, for lack of a better term. I think conservatively we shouldn't have lined up with Gagliardini today because Hakan is in form. We could have been the more proactive side.
Yeah.
And I just think that he's had a little bit of luck on his side, but like you know me, I'm like you. I'm all for continuity, and I think he's a good manager, and I think he's the right manager for us right now. And I'd be more than willing to give him another at least 2 years after this, because I think the worst thing you can do in modern football is try and shake things up with a manager these days and think that it's going to fix stuff, because it actually doesn't fix anything, to be honest. So you can see the differences between him and his predecessor, but there's no reason why we can't come back from this and have a good next 2 games in Serie A, which I think are Cremonese and the Milan derby. But also, this is why I woke up yesterday and saw the Champions League draw and went, I like the optimism in the fans, but I'm also a realist, and I really don't think we're getting through that group, my G.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, when I was doing the Champions League draw, I was getting more convinced by the chat that we might be able to do it, but personally, I wasn't like that confident. And then, yeah, if we play like that in the Champions League, bro, we're getting smacked around. Even Victoria Pilsen is looking scary.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like that's that. There's always those teams in the Champions League. I think you said it as well in your reaction to the draw, that these guys just feel blessed to be there. It's a privilege, and they're so excited. They will leave nothing on the pitch, man. They're playing for pride and everything. They love it, you know. What was it, Sheriff or Shakhtar that took the Sheriff took the 3 points from Real Madrid in the group stage before Madrid then went on to win 5 on the bounce.
Exactly. Yeah, I watched the Victoria Pilsen posted on Twitter like a reaction of their players, and they were like gassed. They were like, "Oh, Lukaku, Mane, all this kind of they're just gassed."
Yeah, they're all gonna go behind the scenes and be fighting each other for who gets whose jersey at the end of the game, man. They're gonna be absolutely gassed for it. But where do you stand, bro? Because I missed the first like 15 minutes of your reaction. What did you think of today? Properly again, if you don't mind telling it again to everyone in the chat, and big up everybody in the chat.
Yeah, no, I was just again, I was impressed by the beginning, the first 15-20 minutes, as you said, but it's just like, I don't like the fact that we gave them a man in Gagliardini, because he was okay defensively, but then like nothing going forward. But I was more disappointed in individual performances today. Like Brozovic was really off it. Lukaku was complete Brikaku today, like the one that Premier League fans make fun of. Di Marco completely, gifted the goal to them. I felt the first one. So, as much as I also want to blame Inzaghi, I just felt like the players didn't really step up today.
Yeah, I can agree with that as well, man. I think, as you said, nobody really gets a pass mark today, man. Everybody's pretty much bang average or below. Aslani, was he subbed on at all? Because I started to tune out when it was 2-1 towards them getting the third goal. I was like, oh, this really doesn't look good. Lazio look like they're just going to get us on the break. Did Aslani come on at all, or was Correa the last substitute?
No, it was Correa. Correa came on, and it was like a 3-4-1-2, I guess, with Lautaro and Dzeko up front.
Yeah, right. Early time to bring out Dumfries and Lukaku, even if Lukaku wasn't having the best game, but to bring both of them out and change pretty much everything up on the attacking end, I wasn't too sure about that. But hey, man, we're just going to have to wear this L the same way we wore it last year when we went to Lazio. We scored first last time. Perisic got the penalty. And this fixture for us has just been the biggest pain in the cooler, man. I think the only time I can actually remember beating them in Lazio is under Inzaghi. Is under Conte once. Was that even in Lazio though?
No. We beat them.
I don't. We beat them 3-1. We beat them 3-0 at San Siro, I think, where Lukaku had a double before halftime.
Yeah, we beat them at San Siro last year as well. Like we don't. San Siro's all right. It's just at Olimpico we seem to struggle. Even on the Conte we got smashed, if you remember.
Yeah, I remember, man. But, so when's our first Champions League game? Is it this week or the week after?
I don't actually know, bro. I haven't checked the fixtures, honestly.
Could go another week. We could definitely go another week without, bro, to be honest.
I think it's the 6th and the 7th. So the week after is the first game. Before the derby, I think before the derby we were playing the Champions League, or just after. I can't remember. I don't know.
Of course. So I guess it's all eyes on Roma versus Juve now this weekend, right?
Yeah, exactly. We gotta watch if Mourinho can do anything there. Yeah, September 6th and 7th is first UCL match day apparently. Thank you, Omar.
I think Mourinho. I think Mourinho will be telling his boys, no repeats of last year where you somehow went 3-1 up and lost the game 4-3. I remember in his post-match interview after that game, he was proper pissed off. He even just basically spat facts and told it how it is. He goes, I knew as soon as it was 3-2 that we would not win that game, because you can't, sacrifice your mentality for Juventus on the pitch. It's not going to end well.
Yeah, no, 100%. And as Hamza says, yeah, the Dumfries. Thank you, Hamza, by the way, for the donation. But Dumfries off. That was a big one, bro. Like, he was annoying in the first half for Dumfries, but then he really turned it around in the second half. But yeah, big boy Denzel, he's stepping up to the plate this season for sure.
It was good, man. He was just getting in. But the thing is, like, he just needs a little bit more confidence to beat his man and put a cross in. Like, just put the cross in, bro. It's Serie A. All of these defenders just throw limbs out there. You're going to get a corner either way, or even better. There were so many times he could have just drilled the ball in. And I know maybe if he didn't, it didn't work out. I know I've been looking silly, but just give it a go, man. Especially early in the game where you've got time to try a few more things. Let the defenders and the goalkeeper know you are there to create trouble. You are there to put the ball into the box. You've got Lautaro Martinez and Romelu Lukaku in there. It only makes sense for you to get it in there every single time.
Yeah, no, 100%, bro. But yeah, that's it for me today, guys. And thank you, Anthony, for coming through, man. I appreciate that, because I know it's not easy on a day like this to come through. So thank you, man.
That's all good, man. If anyone wants to check out my match reaction, I did a 5-minute video on Inter Worldwide and just basically said it's not Sunday and it's not Monday, so I've got a long time to recover from this result. But big up, my guy. Love you. Love the work.
Thank you, bro. Have a good walk. Ciao, Vince.
Ciao, ciao.
Yeah, guys, thank you for coming through. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate everyone that came through. I know it wasn't easy today. Like, it's never easy when Inter lose like this, to come and talk about it or comment and watch my streams when I'm being sad or negative. But I appreciate you all. Before you leave, guys, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Of course, we go again. Cremonese game next up, so we have to get the 3 points. Hopefully we turn it around quickly. Then the derby comes around, and the Champions League comes around. So no time to waste, no time to wait around. Inter causing us pain today, but hopefully by the end of the season they will give us some joy. I hope so. I still have faith in this team. I still have faith in Inzaghi. Thank you for coming through, guys. Thank you for coming through the therapy session. Ciao, ragazzi. Forza, forza, Inter. Don't give up as of yet. It's early on the season, guys. Come on. Let's keep going. Forza, Inter.